friends, welcome back to another episode of Essence of Life. Today I am going to speak to you about a very different issue. Last week when I was scanning through the Facebook page, I saw a post. A little girl is sitting in a jewelry shop with her mom and dad, and a person in the shop is putting the anklets. You know, the same way back home in India, we have a culture of putting bangles in the arm, and then the same way we'll put the anklets in the ankles. Anyway, so the person is tying that ankle on the prosthesis, and this little girl don't have both foot. She don't have feet, and this person is tying the anklets over the prosthesis, and then the little child is curiously observing him, and she's so eager to have that. So I was just thinking that really moved my heart. So I was just thinking, we'll be always complaining about something, about our job, because we have a job, about the politics or about the education system or anything, and everything is coming under our umbrella to complain. We are not happy in our life. Why? Because we used to compare. If I compare myself with any film stars or anybody else, I'll be unhappy. I'll be thinking, oh, she has everything, she's so beautiful. Why I'm not? No, we all are gorgeous the way we are. So we have to always think in that way. We are unique. Have you heard about a person called Nick Vujicic? Maybe not. I will tell you a story today, so that you can be a little bit more motivated. Nick Vujicic is a very famous public speaker. He is an international public speaker and motivational speaker. So in 1982, he born in Australia. When he born, the nurse took the baby to show to his parents. When his mom saw him, she fainted. And why she fainted? Because this child was having a syndrome called tetra-amelia syndrome. In that problem, the children won't have the feet or arms. So Nick Vujicic born without hands and legs. So later on in his life, he said he looked like a chicken when he born. Anyway, it took few months for his mom to accept him. They were all, that time they were blaming themselves. Why we got this child? Why this child is like this? How are we going to manage him? All these 101 questions came into their minds. Finally, because they were so religious, his mom and dad decided it's a gift from God. If Nick born in some other family, they are not going to mind him. So this is a trial from God, so that we are going to face that courageously. So they accepted the child, and then this little Nick was born without arm and leg. And for then, the parents didn't want to send him to a special needs school or anywhere. What they did, they sent this child to the normal school. But he faced lot of troubles there. The children didn't want to include him. They used to always tease him. So little Nick was so disappointed because the kids were not including him into anything. So one day he sat in the school somewhere in the corner of a veranda, and then he was thinking about his own future. So he thought he will commit suicide. So he planned to commit suicide. So one day he asked the help to the janitor in the school. So she spoke to her, and she used to speak to him regularly. So she asked the janitor to help him die. Then the janitor, she said to him, she has lot of troubles in her life. She has lot of problems, but still happily she's doing her work and looking after the family. So she said, we don't have any authority to take our own life. That's a gift from God. So she said Nick could do lot of things in his life. So the God worked through the janitor in his life. So when he listened to her words, he was more motivated, and he decided to live happily. Then from that time onwards, the janitor said to him, he has really good talent in speaking. Why don't you start speaking and motivate the other boys and girls in the school? So he decided to do that, and he started talking to them. While talking to them, they said, oh, you look like a frog. First of all, you ask God to get your arms and legs back. Then you come back and preach us. So they said like that. Again, little Nick was disappointed. But the parents were so strong, they stood beside him. They encouraged him so that he was more happy and he dealt with the things happily. Every day he was more courageous and happy. So he started preaching to the other boys and girls, and from his own class, the students started listening to him. So from the other classes also, students came to him and listened to him. So like that, the whole school listened to him. So gradually he developed like a public speaker, a motivational speaker. So if he could do, first he was thinking, God can do miracles and everything through a perfect man, a perfect person. No, it's not. It is not like that. He can work through anybody. And also the other thing, in our life, anybody, big or small, they can change our destiny. So we have to respect everyone in our life. Later on in his life, he met a girl called Kenya, and she wanted to marry him. But he said, see, I can't even hug you. I can't even walk with you. Why do you marry me? But Kenya said, because your mannerisms and your pleasant personality, that moved me. So I'm going to marry you. I like to marry you. So like that, in 2012, they got married and they have 4 kids now, and they are having a really happy family life. And later on in his life, Nick Vujicic said his life was moved by that janitor. God spoke through her in his life. And now he has written so many best-selling books, and he is a very famous and busy international speaker as well. So I think what we have to do is we have to change our viewpoints. The way how we see things, that we have to change it. And that is going to change our life. So we have to get motivated from such stories and such people. So always listen to some motivational stuff early morning, and it can lead you through your day. Hope you're going to follow my tips. Hope you're going to have a good time. Stay well and healthy and blessed. See you all soon. See you in the next video. If you haven't subscribed this channel, please subscribe so that you'll be getting all the notifications. See you. Bye. Jaya.